everybody, it's Brooke. Welcome back to another episode of the A Knit Soul podcast. My name is Brooke, and I'm an interior designer in the Northern Virginia area, and I'm also the owner and dyer behind Fully Spun, where I hand dye roving and have it spun at a mill, and that creates a color effect very similar to hand spun. It's been about 2 weeks, and I'm excited to be back to show you guys what I've been working on. I've had a very productive 2 weeks knitting-wise, and before we get into the show, I do want to make an announcement. I will be doing a 24-hour live stream knitting challenge to raise money for victims of Hurricane Irma. I will be attempting to knit a sweater. I'm going to knit the lemongrass sweater by Locatelli in 24 hours. And I will be asking the viewers to donate to globalgiving.com's Hurricane Irma Recovery Fund. So I will have more details up about that on my Instagram and as well in the video on Saturday. And I'm hoping to have some cool giveaways and hopefully get some people to do interviews with me as well. If you are a crafter or a podcaster and you'd like to donate 15 to 30 minutes of your time to do an interview with me on the show, definitely let me know either on Instagram or RAVELRY or wherever you can contact me. And I would really appreciate that and would love to set that up with you.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to pop in and remind you all to enter the Make It Hot knit and crochet along. You have until September 21st to enter your finished objects into the RAVELRY thread. Anything over 200 grams and finished between June 21st and September 21st is eligible to enter, and there are currently 2 prizes and 1 entry. The prizes are, one prize is a skein of yarn from Fully Spun, and the other prize is a set of stitch markers from Ann Tudor LLC. So definitely pop your project into that thread because your odds right now are really good.
Alright, first up, works in progress. We've got a lot. I have like a lot of projects on the needles right now, and I'm just showing you the ones that I have completed a good amount of work on this week. I went through and did a knitting plan a couple days ago just to kind of project and get an idea of when I wanted to get things finished, what things I would need to focus on, and also like when I'd be able to get to all the million other things that I'd like to knit. So first up is my current favorite project that I'm working on, and I lost, oh here it is, I didn't lose it, I put it where it's supposed to be. Okay, so this is the Love You Baby by SosuKnits. I was trying to think of her full name, but I couldn't think of her last name. But this this is the Love You Baby by SosuKnits, and I'm working on the first section, which is the Brioche section. And this has gone by extremely fast. I'm finding this pattern like very relaxing and fun to knit. I love it. And you all know last time I tried Brioche, it was a nightmare. You can see my lifelines hanging out, and I haven't needed them yet, although they are like a good like security feature and they make me feel better. But yeah, it's just a simple, right now, simple pattern with increases and decreases only on the end. So I think that's part of why I am able to achieve it successfully. And the brioche actually isn't that hard, and it works like really fast, and it's so relaxing and so much fun. So I'm really excited. This is from Solo Singles by Stranded Dye Works in these 2 colorways, and these are my my A and B. And then my accent colorway is this blue color, which is Impressionist Sky by in Malabrigo Machida, or Malabrigo Machida in Impressionist Sky, which is just this fun blue color. So that's exciting. I can't wait to finish it, and it's definitely, I want to finish it by the end of this month. So yeah, so it's going really, really well. And I can't, like, I'm like right now queuing other brioche projects to work on because it's so much fun. And of course I'm like 2 years late to the brioche party, but it's fine. I'll join in and have my fun too. Alright, next up, I also, in addition to trying brioche again, I've been crocheting which is like shocker. I never thought I'd pick up a crochet hook again, even though I have everything still. So this is the Savannah Slouch, and it is just a hat that's got a cool textured pattern, which I'm just getting into. I knit the brim, and this is what I've been working on at lunch at work, and it's like so relaxing. I forgot how it's just like so rhythmic and relaxing, and I guess in a different way than knitting, because I knit all the time, and then there's also like obligations associated with my knitting a lot of the time. So I've got a tangly ball, so let me rock that up. And I'm knitting this with my fully spun yarn and the Orion colorway and the worsted weight. So this month I added DK and worsted weight to my selection, and both in Orion, and I'm planning to add other colorways as well over time. But I also am still constantly developing new fingering weight colorways and redying old colorways. So if there's a colorway that you'd like to see as DK and worsted, definitely let me know, and I might push that to the first list of the next ones to send to get spun in a heavier weight. Speaking of DK and worsted weight, I had a trunk show at Woolworks in Baltimore this weekend, and it went very well. It was very nice to hang out with Amy and Ashley, and I filmed a little vlog about that, which will be up either before or after this video. I'm not sure right now. As well, I will be doing another trunk show at Second Story Knits in Bethesda, and that one is on October 7th. So I'll definitely keep your eye out for that. I'll continue to make announcements as the date gets closer, and I'm really excited about that one too. Alright, up next is my Granito by Joji Locatelli, and right now I'm working on a sleeve, and this is the front. Last time you saw this, I was here on the front, and I finished the top front and then joined the body, and I've knit probably about 2 inches on the body. And when I ran out of the skein of yarn I was working with, I went ahead and decided to start the sleeve. Part of that is to have less weight flopping around with the sleeves, and also because I feel like the sleeves are always the hardest part of the sweater to finish. So I always try to either do those first or as soon as I can when knitting a sweater, because there's nothing worse than having most of the work done and then having to go back and finish up the sleeves. So yeah, so I'm excited. This is also out of Fully Spun in the Hint of Mint colorway, and it's the BFL base, and it's just so soft and nice, and I love it. I'm very excited to be able to wear it soon. I also plan to get this done by the end of this month. I joined the Joji fall knit along and entered this as my pattern I wanted to do, but I couldn't wait. Like, I was just so excited. I had finished my starting point mystery knit along. I was so excited to get this started, which was my, like, you can't start that project until you finish this project. So I went ahead and started it the weekend before the start date. So I was like, alright, fine. And I didn't realize, but we can't change our initial sign up, which were all completed before the knit along started. So I am going to knit a second one between October 1st and December 1st, which is when the knit along ends. And I actually took some more yarn and I overdyed it with some other colors, and so you guys will see that one eventually. But yeah, I'm excited. I like this. It's very soft and it fits. I tried it on, of course, since I put the body on scrap yarn, and hopefully next time I'll be finished with the sleeves and back working on the body again. Alright, up next is the Anniversaire cardigan. I've probably done another inch since the last time you guys saw it. You know, I'm working on quite a few things at this time, so my attention gets split between projects. And also, since this project has 3 balls attached to it, I only work on this when I'm at home. So I'm still enjoying this. I got another some more cables going on, which is pretty cool. And I'm really excited to see how it turns out once it's all done. Alright guys, up next, Can't Let It Go. First, I wanted to give you all an update on last time's Can't Let It Go, which was Huel. It finally came in, and I did have a chance to taste it. It actually kind of just tastes like oatmeal. It has a little bit of a texture to it, but it's not anything that is gross or unpleasant. And I've been pleasantly surprised. It actually is pretty filling, and I think my sister said that she liked it as well when she tried it. So definitely check that out if you'd like to try it. I'm going to put a link down below where you can save $5 if you do decide to purchase it. I think it is a good option for those of you who are health conscious but are low on time, and also those of you who have smaller food budgets like me. Unfortunately, up here in Northern Virginia, rent is very expensive, so food is what gets cut as far as trying to balance that out with everything else. So yeah, and my Can't Let It Go for this week is I just finished listening to The Obesity Code by Jason Fung, and basically in the book he goes through and goes over studies that discuss how and why all these different kinds of weight loss diets don't work. He discusses the changes throughout the last 40 years of history of nutrition and dieting advice, and then he also proposes a suggestion for how to lose weight and how to get to the real root cause of why you gain weight. So my experience with weight loss is that I maybe like senior year was around like 150 or so, and tried to lose weight and was able to successfully lose a little bit of weight prior to going to college, and same with the summer right before college. And then in college that first year I probably gained like 20 pounds, and that summer I started running and stuff to try to lose that. Then in that fall I had an episode of major depression, and I gained 60 pounds in 3 months, even though I actually wasn't really eating all that much because I was depressed. I wasn't really doing anything. And then from there it has been sort of a yo-yo effect, up and up and up. So throughout most of college, the second time around, I stayed around like between 200 and 212. Graduated at like 211, and probably a year after I graduated I started actively trying to lose weight. And so kind of like the summer that year. And so this year when I went to the doctor for my yearly physical, I found that I was even heavier than I was the year before, even though I spent probably like 6 or 7 months out of the previous year like getting up, going to the gym every day, 6 days a week, and eating well. In general, because of years of dieting, my diet is a lot better than it used to be. In general, I do eat pretty healthy and avoid things that you should avoid, but still was having the experience of gaining weight, which seemed like for no reason. As well, this year I've identified alcohol as something that causes me to be inflamed and also causes me to gain weight. So I've spent a good amount of this year actually not drinking, and so I shouldn't still be gaining weight if I'm not drinking. So basically he goes in long order over all the different studies and why they don't work. Basically, like, the whole calories in, calories out concept is a lie, and that sort of all diets will allow you to lose weight in the first 6 months, but in that the 6 to 12 month period and beyond, all of them would fail. And so and the reason for this, which he has discovered through his work with diabetic patients, is a correlation or a causation with insulin levels and weight gain. So basically the way that we eat today, and the way that if you're told to eat like 6 small meals a day, that keeps your insulin at an elevated level throughout the day instead of it going up and down as it should. And having a a constant exposure to something causes resistance. So the same way that like with allergies, the first time you have a little reaction, and then as you get exposed more, you will eventually have life-threatening reactions. The same way with anything, that's how antibiotics work, and why it's important to not take them too much, because it does help build antibiotic resistant bugs. It's the same way vaccines work, where you get exposed to a little either an impaired or dead virus, and that allows you to build an immunity to it. That's the same mechanism as how insulin resistance works. And so he suggests that that the way that we eat now since the 1970s is the reason for that rise in obesity in the population. And he talked about other populations where obesity wasn't an issue and then it became an issue, and what else changed in that time frame. So basically the long story short is that he suggests intermittent fasting as a way to achieve weight loss through the fact that you are having a period of time where your insulin levels are low, and then a period of time where they're normal or high. And I've been doing that probably since the second week of August, and I actually have been losing like a pound a week, which is not normal for me. Like last year I was at 3 months of dieting and going to the gym 6 days a week, and in that 3 months I lost like 2 pounds. Now I lost inches and stuff and got stronger and all that, but I lost 2 pounds. So it's normally very hard for weight to move for me. So for me to, all I've been doing is like cycling every other day, and I'm still eating well, but I'm definitely wouldn't say that I am saying no to everything. Like you know, like when they have like cupcakes at work, sometimes I do have one, and so I'm still able to get weight moving with just the intermittent fasting. So I suggest you listen to it, especially if you're someone like me who has had a lot of issues with trying to lose weight, and who's able to lose weight but then it just comes back and you end up weighing more, you know, which is just such a frustrating process because you put so much energy. It's not, you know, it's not that you are not good enough. It's not that you're not trying hard enough. It's not that what you're trying isn't, you know, what you feel like is the appropriate thing to do. It's something that is out of your control, or something that you aren't properly educated on. And so I definitely understand that frustration of trying to lose weight and just feeling like you can never do anything that gets you the results that you want. And unfortunately, in our society, being overweight is even beyond the health ramifications is a negative thing, and that's something that you also assume within yourself. Whether you, even if you're someone like Tess Holliday, who suggests that she's so fat and fabulous and doesn't care about what people think, blah 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 blah, she still does. She still, you know, has, I'm sure that she still has bad days where she feels bad about being fat, or her clothes don't fit right, or whatever. It's hard to find clothes, all of that stuff. So we all experience those things, unfortunately, as a result of being overweight. And so it's nice to have stumbled upon something to help control that. And hopefully you guys will see me continue to lose weight, and hopefully I'll get back to a place where I feel more comfortable with my size. I don't dislike my body, I just don't want to be a size, you know, I don't want to be like, have my size 18 clothes be getting too small. Like, that's completely unpleasant. And I'm not, you know, it reflects as if you're a person who is lazy, who eats like shit, who blah blah blah, and that's not the case at all. That's not who I am. That's not what I am. I'm a very determined person. You know, I am a very hardworking person, and so the way I look doesn't reflect that, but hopefully soon it will. So I've been, you know, I definitely suggest that you guys try it out, or at least listen to it. And I suggest listening to it because if you read it, I don't think you'll get through the whole thing, because he goes through all the backstory and stuff first, and the point of the book is literally like the last chapter. So there's definitely a lot of studies that he goes over. It's very like I think he goes a little bit into too much trying to convince you of what he's saying, so he just talks too long about something where he could have said the study, blah blah blah, this is the conclusion, this is my conclusion, this is why it matters, and then move on. But he doesn't do that. He like talks like an extra few minutes. So yeah, so I don't think that reading it would be an enjoyable book to read, but it's an enjoyable book to listen to. And if you are a crafter, you know you can listen to books and craft at the same time. So that's my Can't Let It Go for this week. I definitely suggest you guys check it out. Alright guys, really quick before we go, I wanted to let you know where to find me on social media. I'm on Instagram as SosuKnits, and my business is on Instagram as I'm Fully Spun. I'm on Ravelry as 2013CHIC, and definitely add me on there as well. We have a Ravelry group for the podcast and for Fully Spun. This is Rolo, who normally is in every episode, and my sister told me that he was missed in the previous podcast, so I didn't put him in his cage this time, but he decided to behave and let me record. So my little cutie poo, he's a good boy. But anyway, shit. Alright guys, don't forget to keep your eye out for details about that 24-hour live stream. I'm planning to do it between 7 p.m. Saturday and 7 p.m. Sunday. And I appreciate any support. Definitely pop in and say hello. And again, if you would like to either just hang out for a little bit with me on the live stream, or in a Google Hangout, or do a video or phone interview through Google Hangouts, definitely get in contact with me, because I would like to fill up the show with content, so that we have a really good time and hopefully are able to raise some money for a good cause. If you like this video, definitely hit that like button down below. And if you would like to see more craft and lifestyle videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.